Hi, my name is Ken Fritz. I'm Director of Software Delivery with Agile Trailblazers, and I'm also an Agile coach. I also work with the Agile Team Facilitator certification program. And we're here to talk to you today about our 2-day certification course as an Agile Team Facilitator. So just to talk a little bit about the ATF roadmap and some of the things that you'll learn in this 2-day course. We'll talk about the mindset of an Agile Team Facilitator and the stance that they take working with their teams. We'll talk about facilitating charters for your teams and facilitating meetings and workshops. All those techniques that help an Agile Team Facilitator work with their teams. We'll talk about the facilitation model. This is both theory and practice. Facilitating full participation in your teams, and this is often a challenge for a lot of teams. We see that across the industry, teams sometimes have great participators, sometimes they have people that really have to get out of their shells, and this course will help you figure out how to do that. We'll cover the ATF Visual Toolkit, a whole collection of tools that we give you to help work with your teams. We'll show you innovative and new methods to facilitate collaboration and really help your team break down those barriers and get through their challenges. We'll show you how to properly give feedback. This is another place that a lot of people struggle with, is giving feedback in a cohesive, constructive way without causing people to get upset or get offended. So that's really an important part of this course. We'll show you how to help your teams make good decisions. We know that teams make decisions every day, but how do we get that to be a little bit better? We'll talk about some visual facilitation techniques and how to facilitate key Agile ceremonies. We all kind of know what the ceremonies are, but how do you do them better? And at the end of this 2-day course, you'll earn the ICP-ATF certification. So what is an Agile Team Facilitator? An Agile Team Facilitator is a journeyman or journeywoman who helps an Agile team keep running and growing. And a facilitator is somebody who engages in the activity of facilitation. That seems pretty obvious, but really we want to help you understand what that really means in context of Agile and how to help your teams do this the right way. We also want to help you learn how to be neutral and take the stance that you're just there to help, you're not there to judge, and that's a really tough thing for a lot of people. So we'll cover that extensively in this course. So what does an Agile Team Facilitator do for their team? They help lead Agile practices. They foster collaboration among new team members. And they help support the self-organized team, so really core Agile values. This is helping you as a facilitator get better at doing things that you probably do already. The Agile Team Facilitator is a practices expert, learning about all the different ceremonies in Agile, learning how to facilitate these in the most optimal way to achieve the best results. We'll teach you about our experiences on how to do this the best way. We'll show you from years of coaching experience. Myself, I've got 13 years as a coach. Some of our other facilitators and trainers have even more than that. So we'll show you ways that have worked for us over the years to help your teams in the best way possible. We'll also teach you about some of the artifacts in the Scrum and how to use those in the most optimal way. Most of us know what a burn down chart is, for instance, but how do you really optimize the team's use of that? How do we get them to pay attention to it and use it to their advantage? And finally, we'll talk about some of the processes that are really important to Agile teams, especially in the technical arena. So talking about builds and code ownership, developing shared ownership. One of the hardest things that happens with teams on a regular basis for me is getting the entire team to own the goal. So we'll talk about ways to help facilitate the team and help them develop that shared understanding and that shared ownership of their products. So what will we do in Agile Team Facilitation? We'll talk about team meetings and workshops, how we help our teams deliver, and who's it for? Scrum Masters, team coaches, engineering coaches, really anybody that's involved with teams can benefit from our course. Why do we want to do this, right? Agile practices require a focus on facilitation. They require good techniques, both visually and in tools. They demonstrate knowledge of Agile valuables and principles. So you can learn more and more about that to make your practice even stronger for your teams. And when do these people, and when will you help work with your teams? All the time, right? Every day, every sprint, every release. An Agile Team Facilitator is a constant source, can always help a team evolve. And where do we do this? Anywhere the team is. That's a big part of Agile facilitation, is meeting the team where they are, learning what they're up to, and being there in the moment with the team. So we hope you'll join us for our course. We offer that both privately and publicly, just depending on what works for your circumstances. We look forward to learning from you and hope that we can share our experiences over the years as Agile coaches. We hope to see you soon, and we thank you for watching.